Hi, my dear ones. Happy full moon in Taurus. What a powerful energy. If you have felt a little unearthed by this week, you are not alone. It has been really, really, really intense. And part of the reason is we had almost like this contraction of like bringing this energy into the world. On Wednesday, we had a Mars Uranus opposition, which means they're across the skies from each other. And basically, it's a conversation of tension where they are pulling on each other. And it's kind of like you can't go this way and you can't go that way because there's so much tension in between them. And Uranus really brings in an energy of shocking things. And being that the moon is in Taurus with this eclipse, it is close to Uranus. So there's a lot of Uranian energy, which really says, things can change in the blink of an eye. And I think we'll be seeing over the next, year and a half to 2 years, some pretty big changes in all of our lives, in one area of our lives, if you know where that moon happened in your chart. But it happened in the sign of Taurus. And it actually was exact about 3:57 a.m. this morning, Eastern time. So adjust for your time zone. So it has already technically passed, but, the energy is still going to be here for another day or two. So I thought I'll still get this video out because I think it's going to be really helpful to illuminate the energies and help us understand, how we go forward with this. It's a big time moon for shedding and for letting go and releasing. And if you're not sure what you need to release out of your life, like you're like, I don't know. One thing I would highly encourage you to do, take a junk drawer, take maybe just a closet, a small space in your home, and clean it out as an act of intention of clearing out an area of your life that needs to be cleared. And I believe that as you do that, you will find clarity of what area of your life, like in the next week, you'll start to go, oh, this is what I need to let go. This is the habit, or this is the dead end relationship or the job or whatever, is coming in your life. Like, yeah, this needs to go. Or even just something small, like, you're fulfilling an obligation that's tiny, but you're doing it every week and every day, and it's dragging you down and it's taking energy you don't need to give. So that's what I would offer to you with this crazy Uranian full moon energy. But it has been a big one. I mean, even as soon as I have a son with special needs, and he is always my canary in the coal mine. Anytime the energies get wonky, he starts, he acts it out. That's how he feels that he's a Cancer, and he's not as verbal as we are. And he really shows me through his behavior. And by Sunday night last, he was already showing me he wasn't sleeping well. He was acting out, that he was feeling these big energies come through. So he's actually a little calmer this morning. So I think that eclipse passing is a good thing. And it was a long eclipse. It was one of the longest we've had on record. I saw somewhere that it was like 3 hours long. So anyway, if you're feeling all that, you're right in key, right in tune with the energies. And that's, I think, a good way to work with them. So thank you so much for watching these videos. I love doing them. And I also feel like it's a good way to stay in tune with the moon cycles because I do them every 2 weeks. I do the new and the full and the new and the full. And it just helps you to stay in sync with those moon phases, because as much as we can, if we follow the moon, we start to sync our life up with the energies and work with the energies rather than against the energies, which makes life a whole lot harder. So, but thank you again for every like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me. And if you followed this channel for a while, you'll know that I always do a 3-card reading for the collective. You can pick 1, 2, or 3. You can pick all 3. You can pick now. You can pick later. Trust your intuition. This is a really good intuition building exercise to really see what comes forward for you and to trust your gut that message is for you. I am going to use the lovely Wandering Moon Tarot, and I think I have the box here. This deck is just scrumptious. It is so beautiful. And I believe, I know her name is Rachel. I'm trying to remember her last name, but she created this gorgeous deck, and it's so lovely. It's got, like, you can see the little flash on the stars there, and it's just in the holographic. It just makes my heart happy. My Venus in Cancer is very happy with this deck. I've been using it for client readings lately, and it's just been really powerful. It's felt like a really, really beautiful deck to be using, especially since we have so much moon energy right now. It's like, yes, the wandering moon. So I am going to use this deck today. And again, you can pick 1, 2, or 3. We'll figure out what the universe has in store for us and what messages need to come forward. The first one we have here is the 5 of Stars. And just a beautiful image of like a hand held out and needing those stars in hand, right? But they're not quite in hand. And for those of you who pick this card, there may be a really high level right now of just fatigue, whether that is mental or physical even, whether you have pain in your body or you're just having pain mentally. Like, this has been quite a slog over the last year and a half, right? Getting through this pandemic time. So I would offer, if you pick this card, that there's a real need to allow yourself to rest, to step away from the things you can. I know life races like a million miles per hour, and really things have gone back to normal pretty much, right? So it's hard to find that time to step away. But those of you who drew this card, there's a real need to take some time for yourself, to take some time for rest, and to realize that change is in the wings. The fives in tarot speak strongly of change. So if you're feeling like, I can't keep doing this, I can't keep doing this, trust that you don't have to keep doing this for much longer. There's an energy of change around you, and things are going to be shifting and becoming easier. And I love how this card segues into the six, right? The six of stars, and saying, hey, things are going to get easier. You are going to find more stasis, more harmony in your life. So beautiful card for those of you who chose that. All right, card number 2. Give this little deck a nice shuffle here. I will link below where you can get this deck if it speaks to you and it calls to you and you want to work with it, because I really would highly speak to how beautiful and wonderful and intuitive. It's very easy to be intuitive with this deck. I think the moon energy is just so prevalent in it. So all right, the next one we have is the King of Wands. Beautiful card here. You have like this crystal going through a crown. And for those of you who chose this card, there's a real call for you right now to stand in your power, to say what you're thinking, to really move from that place of your own inner knowing. It could be that there's been some situations where you kind of let things happen to you, or you let people run over you, or you kind of like let the situation unfold. And the universe is saying it's okay to step up now, to stand in your power and say, no, that's not okay. Or actually, I think this is the way we need to go forward. And that could be in regards to a relationship. That could be in regards to a job that you're working, in right now. But whatever situation that is coming to mind right now, there is a call for you to stand in your power, to be strong, and to know that your inner fire is worth recognizing and worth being seen. You are powerful, more powerful than you know, and stronger than you know. And I feel like that's a true message too. If you have felt kind of just under the pile, beat down, realize that your fire is still burning. It is still glimmering and glowing, and it is still there. You are still you, even in the midst of all this upheaval we have had over the past couple of years here. All right, the last card. Let's see what message there is. Okay, this one wants to go. And the card we have here, oh, another 5. There's a lot of change energy around here. My goodness, that is wild. 5 of Moons, and this is the 5 of Cups, I believe, in this deck. I love how she retitled them, Stars for Pentacles and Moons for Cups. So this is an energy that, yes, there is change coming for you, but there's also an energy here of really needing to sit with, my shadows are getting on this card, there's a real need to sit with the energy that's around you now, and to really acknowledge if you're feeling sadness coming up. For some of you that drew this card, you may actually be going through a time of grief or grieving, and that could be around something really, ginormous, as in losing someone you love who's close to you. It could be losing a pet. It could also just be grieving a way of life that has left us, or grieving, what has been and is no more. Life is going on in a very different way now, and we're doing things differently. And there's been a lot of upheaval that has caused a lot of loss. So this is a card of acknowledging your loss and saying, what I went through sucks and it hurts, and it's okay to say that. I think we can get into spiritual bypassing and say, oh, I'm not going to be negative, I'm going to be positive, and I'm not going to say anything like, my heart hurts and I'm going through a rough time. But that card is offering you, if you chose it, to say, either to yourself or to a trusted friend, that you are going through a hard time and that you're feeling some pretty big feelings right now, and that's okay. So what I love is that, we've got 2 cards here saying there's changes in the wings. And that could not be more true with what happened last night. There are big changes in the wings. You are not stuck here. There is going to be, eclipses are powerful. They close doors. They make endings. That's why eclipses were always, kind of feared by the ancients, because they do create endings. But what's so cool is an ending is always an open door. Like one door shuts and another door opens, because that's how the universe works. So yes, something will be ending in your life, but also something is beginning. And it will be a powerful new beginning with that powerful eclipse coming through. So trust that good is coming to you, and beautiful, new, positive energy that you need and desire. So I'm so excited I could do this reading for you all today. If you love this reading and want to go deeper into your own life and look at your own specific energies, I have a full moon reading that I will link below. I also have one left of my year ahead readings. They sold out quick, but I do have one left that I'm willing to do before the year's end. They do take me so much time and energy that I don't offer too many of them because they are tough to fit into my crazy busy life, my crazy busy special needs life with my son. But I'm excited to do the ones that I have. So if you're interested, look below. I'll have all the links there. I'll link to this beautiful deck, which I hope you'll check out. It's just wonderful. And I'm sending you all so many full moon blessings, so much love, and just hoping that this time unfolds for you as easily as possible. And I'm grateful for your presence here in my life. Take good care. I'll talk to you soon.